Hey guys, show you a few little different things today. I'm out on a job. What I'm doing is I'm putting down cement board, 1/2 inch thick. Right now it's just loose laid. I'm going to finish cutting it and laying it in here. And then I'm going to pull it up piece by piece, use a 1/4 inch square notch trowel, mortar underneath each piece, put it back in the mortar and screw it in with 1 5/8 cement board screws into the 3/4 inch OSB. And there's a layer of 3/4 inch pine on a 45-degree angle underneath that. So once I get this all cut, I'll start taking it up piece by piece, mortaring down each piece, screwing them down. And then after that, we're gonna start laying out a heated floor mat. And then after we lay the heated floor mat out and we test it to make sure that it's the wire's good, we will pour some self-leveler over top of this floor to cover over the wires for the heated floor mat. The heated floor mat is here in the box. So I'll keep posting little sections as I do it, just to show you guys how I put down a heated floor system underneath a kitchen floor. Okay, it's all cut and loose laid in place. Now I'm gonna take up one row at a time, mortar it down, and start screwing in one row at a time until I get it all screwed down, and then I'll be ready to start placing the mat. I don't have my tripod with me, so I'll have to kind of just take a little videos here and there. Okay, I have the first row pulled up, so I'm gonna start mortaring this down. The thickness of my mortar is a little bit on the thin side. You want it to be a little bit thinner so that it bonds better to the back of the OSB and the cement board. So I'm gonna go ahead and mortar this whole section, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, mortar's down on the first section. Okay, first 2 rows are mortared down, screwed down. I'm on the 3rd row now. The screws are a little farther apart than normal, but this is getting a vinyl floor, not ceramic tile. If it was getting ceramic tile, I would put the screws about every 6 inches apart both directions. But this is, like I said, I didn't even really need to mortar this down because it's getting a vinyl floor. It's a snap together vinyl floor, kind of like what's in here. But I just like to cement it down. It gives it a sturdier floor. It just kind of makes it all uniform. And also because I'm pouring a self-leveler over top of this, I want it to be stiffer so that it doesn't have a bunch of flex, which could possibly cause cracks in the leveler over time. So this is just stiffening it up. We have double layer subfloor underneath here. So we have 1.5 inches of wood underneath this 1/2 inch Durarock. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna get the rest of this mortared down and screwed down. And then we are going to start laying out the mat for the heated floor. As you can see over here, I put some 1/2 inch thick weather stripping. It's sticky on one side, and I also put a couple roofing nails in it. What I'm doing is I'm making dams so that when I pour my leveler, it's not going to go over top of this and run down into the basement. You know, still some might seep through here, but it's going to definitely prevent quite a bit of it from wanting to go down. And once I'm done with the cement board, I'm going to take my mortar that I have left over and my trowel, and I'm going to kind of fill in along the walls with mortar, because the mortar is thick. Is a lot thicker than the self-leveler that's going to get poured. So this little gap here and stuff, I'm going to fill in with mortar, and I'll show you guys all that so that you can see that what that's going to do is also help from the leveler running and going down the walls. So, all right, I'm going to continue on with this, and then I'll come back. Okay, the floor cement board's all installed. I quickly laid out where the cabinets go. Just a rough drawing, nothing crazy. Just so that I know I don't want to bring my wires to go underneath the cabinet in case when the cabinet, I'm not putting the cabinets on in this job. So in case they want to screw anything to the floor anywhere, they can and not worry about hitting a wire. So I just drew the whole perimeter and where the island sits. So now I'm going to start running this heated mat. Let me see if I can find the drawing. I don't know where I put it. Of how the heated mat goes in. It's designed to go a certain way. Here it is. So these 2 pipes coming out of the wall here One's gonna be for the thermostats and the other one's gonna be for the power for the mat. And then my drawing here shows me that, which way the mat goes in. Okay, so basically going to be starting in this corner right here. And I have to work my way, looks like this way, around the island, this way, and then this way. So I'm gonna start laying that out now. Okay, the heated mat is all down. Now, everywhere that there's no heated mat, there's cabinets going. I took my extra mortar and I filled in all along the wall edges to hopefully stop the self-leveler from going down into the basement ceiling. There's only so much I can do. So hopefully this will stop the majority of it from going down there. So now I need to mix up bags of self-leveler and pour self-leveler over this whole floor. So I will show you that process next. Before I mix up leveler, I'll show you the other area I have to work on in this house still. I gotta get more materials to do this down here. I think they just got it ripped out. Got the drywall, I think is about done. This looks like they still have to sand down here. Yeah, they still have to sand the drywall. But if you look over in this area here, where the old drain was for the sink, this must drop down 3 to 4 inches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 3-inch Tapcons and I'm gonna run them into the concrete, leave them up off the concrete about 1.5 inches or so. I'm gonna pour regular concrete over this area with a straight edge and a laser. I'm gonna leave it a little bit low, maybe a 1/2 inch low, and then I'll come back with the self-leveler and top over it. The reason why I'm gonna use the Tapcons everywhere is going to give it bite so that it holds to the original concrete underneath. Now this is getting carpeted over on this side, so it's not a huge deal. So I just need to get that dip out of there as best as possible. It does not need to be perfect, but I wanna get it pretty good. This side I'm actually gonna be putting vinyl on, and you can tell that they've been ripping all this out too, so. It's coming along. A couple weeks it should be done. So, all right, I'm gonna go upstairs and get some water ready and start mixing up some mortar. Okay, now if you go to Home Depot or Lowe's and you buy one of these mixing paddles and you fill your bucket of water just to the top edge of the mixing paddle, that's enough, the perfect amount of water for 1 bag of self-leveler. So this is the self-leveler I use. You can get it in the concrete section at Home Depot. But yeah, 1 full bag to 1 bucket of water filled to the top of the paddle. You mix it, you let it set for a couple minutes, you remix it, and then you're ready to pour. Now when you pour this leveler, you have to trowel it around. Don't just think because it's self-leveler you can pour it and walk away. You have to still kind of guide it where it needs to go, and I'll show you guys that. Okay, I got the first bag mixed for the first time. I'll let it sit for a couple minutes, but you see this consistency? It's pretty runny. That's what you want, so that it'll flow out and level for you. And that's why I say it's really hard to keep this stuff from flowing into other areas you don't want it to. So now I'm gonna let this sit for a couple minutes. I'm gonna remix it, go inside, pour it down, and then trowel it around, and then I'll show you what it looks like. I don't have my tripod with me. I could try to set my camera up so you can see, but it's not going to be real easy. Okay, I got the first bucket in here. The reason why you let it set for a couple minutes and then remix it is to let the air bubbles out of it. Because if you just mix it and go right down and pour it, you'll get a bunch of air bubbles popping through the surface, which really isn't a big deal, but it's nice not to have that. Let me see if I can prop my phone maybe inside of an electrical box or something here, so I can at least show you pouring 1 bucket of this stuff. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I was on my way here and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just show somebody what I'm doing today at work. So let's see if that'll stay there. So I'll pour some out. Just gonna work it around nice and easy. If you have any clumps in it, smear them down. Just want to get that into the corner. Yeah, I went over that foam a little bit right there, so a little bit will go past it, but it is what it is. There's only so much you could do. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do to this whole floor. Hopefully 10 bags I brought with me is enough. If not, I'll have to go get some more. But I'm going to go ahead and do this, get this whole floor covered, and then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. All right, I'm done. I ended up going through 17 bags. It's not poured along the wall here because this part of the kitchen's dipping up. This whole wall is cabinets. So they'll have to probably, hopefully they won't have to shim the front up too much because I poured as far as I really could go. If I go any farther, it's gonna run into the basement. There are a couple areas that are running into the basement a little bit rough over there because I had to mix it a little bit thicker because it kept draining into the basement. So what I'll have to do there, I'll probably do a light skim coat over the whole floor once this is cured by hand with a hand trowel, just to smooth it out a little bit more. But other than that, that pretty much wraps it up. This is how I install heated floors underneath flooring. All right, guys, something different today. Figured I'd take you to work with me. It's about 2 o'clock now. I started a little late today. I started at 7:45, so not too bad a day. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this or not. If you guys are liking what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. See you later.